Hey guys, Shawn Michael Discovery, chilling on a Saturday morning, nice and cozy in the UK in December winter time out there, cold outside. So I decided to enjoy my new chessboard. As confusing as it is, with its gorgeous little pieces that all look the same. So beyond that, I was thinking about the game, not just the chess game, but the game. And here I am, and I've been playing chess since I was a kid. Not greatly, won a few, lost a few, and I was in Vegas, and one of the coaches joining our team, he's good at chess. And no matter what I did, I found myself constantly reacting. He was always going for checkmate, and he had a game plan, and I know how to play. I know the basics, I know the moves, I can do one or two pieces ahead, but I never really had a game plan. And it made me think that's exactly like the game. That's like having a stack. Yeah, people think, oh no, that's crazy, that's routines, that's robotic, just be yourself. Well, most guys know the basics of going out and speaking to women, and they can get laid, but they don't have so much control on how many times they get laid or the quality with whom they get laid. So guys have worked on their game, typically are unlike me in chess. Now, I've worked on my game in life, my pickup, my dating, my social skills, so I understand the game. There are the opening phases, there is the mid-game, where you set yourself up to close in chess, checkmate. And what I found is that in chess, I don't have the opening skills that I thought I had. I know how to open, and I know how to king's pawn e2 to e4, and then I'm just reacting thereafter, which is like most guys in life, in the real game of life, of meeting and attracting and keeping beautiful women, is that we know how to speak and say hello, but we don't necessarily have a strategy. So what happens is they go out and they meet people like me in chess, and somebody else does something else, and then I'll put the knight to there, and from that moment onwards, it's like most guys. We can open, we can say hello, but it's going nowhere fast. And from this point on, I'm kind of reactive, and I'm playing piece for piece. And the problem with that is that it can just go anywhere, and not necessarily always in a good place. Whereas a guy with a real game, who's managed to learn some gambits, some openers, can at least control to some degree the effectiveness of the opening. And if you have a good opening, and it gets the girls liking you, or gets you controlling the board a little bit more, it catches their attention, it stimulates, open, stimulate, then you can captivate the board, the group. If you can do that, then you have more chance of having a great mid-game, the chance to connect with a woman one-on-one, where you lose all the routines and you can just flow and connect on a real true level, and then naturally closing, getting to sex or a relationship is just a natural process. But it all starts by having some good opening gambits. So I went on to a chess program. Now bear in mind, I've been playing for like 20 years, just typical basic skills. So I found a chess game, and in this chess game, it had some opening videos, intro to opening. Now rather than go to intermediate, which my ego thought I was, I went to beginners. And I was shocked to find out.
The phase is all about controlling the center and developing your pieces with a plan. Every move you make should be doing one of those two things. The middle game will then arise out of the opening. Many beginning.
And I was like, wow, that's so like the game, is controlling the group, not controlling in that kind of way, but rather than just going in and speaking to one girl, having the attention of everyone. Because in a moment, this girl is going to listen to you speak, and she's going to watch very closely. We all talk about pre-selection, but there is a clue. Pre-selection, she has girlfriends with her. She can see how they're going to react to you. Now, if you're the typical guy and you're going for low-hanging fruit and you're working on one girl at a time, you're losing the group. And they become cock blocks, as they call it in America, and they can pull her friend away. Whereas if you're more socially savvy and you understand the group dynamic, and you understand how to position yourself for the board, even physically where to stand, and make sure you can literally engage everyone initially. Boom, stimulate this board, get it moving, control a square. Now you can captivate the group. And as long as you have a few basic openers, you will enjoy the game. Now I listened to this audio, this video, this morning. Now, because I have a decent stand of understanding the moves, but not the strategy of the game, I was able to take that. I went and played 3 10-minute videos, 10-minute online games with people who had been thrashing me since I got this program a week ago, and I won my first 3 games. And that's like most guys. Most guys will admit if they were talking to a girl and they got introduced by friends, they could probably make up a great conversation, and it's easy. It's the opening phase. So working on your opening, having a game plan, having stacks that flow together, some routines and gambits that flow naturally together, having a skilled coach who can help you find things that are comfortable for you to say, that have a relative link to your true life even, so they feel more comfortable for you and enjoyable. You work on your delivery, you practice them, and boom, you're in mid-game. You're connecting, you're meeting so many more women just because you had a few initial openings. And for those who fear that, oh, well, it's very scripted, which is what I did. I avoided in chess. Oh, I don't want to sit and read books about chess. That's just too fucking anal. That's weird, you know? And it didn't take much time just to learn a few little pieces, and I've already won my first 3 games. Now, I'm sure I'm not going to keep winning every game, but now I know what's going on. Now I have an awareness. Now that I have some opening gambits, some simple basic moves, I have about 3. That's all you really need. I have 3 opening moves, and I understand how they're going to respond and how I'm going to respond accordingly to move it forward without me constantly reacting to every single piece and every single move. I'm now much more likely to get into the mid-game. I'm now much more likely to be accepted in the group because what I had to say was more effective. What I did was more effective. Rather than them aiming to take all my pieces, they now have to treat me in the game of chess with a lot more respect because I know what I'm doing, and this is a considerable opponent here in this game. While the groups we're meeting are not opponents, they are playing their game, and they have their game. And their game is to weed out as fast as possible those people who are boring, they're going to drain their energy, low confident males. And it's not that you're necessarily low confident, is the fact that I'm high confidence. But if I play this game and I'm not effective in my opening phase, this player is going to treat me like, okay, low value, let's get this game done, let's take his pieces, let's go for fool's mate, checkmate fast. And women have an ability to get rid of men who are not skilled in the social art, men who are not skilled at speaking to groups of women. So you could be confident in every other area of your life, but if you don't look like you're confident, if you don't look like you know what you're doing on the opening, okay, you're going to get ravaged every time, and you're going to miss that beautiful opportunity to spend some time with some great new people in your life, potentially your new girlfriend, potentially your girlfriend you might just enjoy for a few weeks having sex and she can enjoy you, or maybe even somebody even more special. But you're not even going to get to those phases if you don't know how to open, if you don't have a game plan. Get yourself a game plan. Maybe not make them as complicated as these pieces, but just some simple things to say that naturally flow together. Like just knowing that if you do this, I use an opener, and I get them thinking, and then I can add my take on it, and I can stimulate, I can even tease and be playful. Yeah, so I look like I'm not a serious guy, knowing that. And then as long as I know how I look like I'm about to leave, a takeaway. Yeah, because I said I was only staying for a moment. And because I came in with good energy, and this guy doesn't want anything from them, they're more likely to re-engage. Yeah, that's called a roll-off. Those little things, just knowing those. And when you do a good roll-off and you didn't stay too long, they will always re-engage you 90% of the time with questions. Oh, where are you from? What do you do? What's your name? 3 key questions that you're going to have fun responses to. Where are you from? Me, personally, I'm from north of the wall. Yeah, not a full wildling, but you know, you'll have fun responses, and you can have lots of different responses, and you become more interesting, intriguing. Remember that concept of Stahl used to say one thing of interest, and that's an interesting thing. But you say a few things that are interesting in succession, you become an interesting person. Remember, change their mood, not their mind. Yeah, not Mr. Serious Guy, Mr. Playful. But you got to learn some game. Get yourself some opening gambits. Nice and simple. Took me 10 minutes and 30 minutes of practice. That's all it takes. Show Michael, Discovery, 3-second rule. Pleasure as always. Take care, take action, get out of the house.